Unsolved mysteries finally solved. What happened to the Mayan civilization? Hundreds of years ago, the Mayan civilization was one of the most advanced on Earth. They developed dozens of cities and technology that suggested that they would be around for a long time. Then, around 700 to 800 CE, they vanished. With their cities turned into ruins, people speculated that the Mayans had been defeated in battle, while others hypothesized that aliens had taken them. In 2012, researchers came across evidence which suggested neither were the causes for the demise of this once great civilization. Instead, it was found that deforestation had so altered the land that drought and erosion led to agricultural failure. With no food, the people dispersed and the cities crumbled. A Russian royal family survivor? In July 1918, Tsar Nicholas II and his family were lined up in the basement of a house and executed on the orders of Vladimir Lenin. The family's bodies were burned and buried in a grave. However, 2 of the children's bodies went missing, starting a long-running rumor that not all of the Romanovs were dead. For decades, rumors and searches went on for Anastasia, the Tsar's youngest daughter, who many believed was alive and in hiding. In 2007, 2 bodies were discovered near the original location of the Tsar. DNA research proved the bodies were daughter and son of the Tsar, definitely laying to rest the unsolved mystery surrounding the fate of the Romanov children. Death Valley's Sailing Stones. On a dry lakebed in Death Valley, California, people have spent the last several decades wondering how some rocks have been seemingly moving by themselves across the ground. Stones as big as 700 pounds seemingly move around the ground, leaving a trail behind them. Researchers decided to get down to the bottom of this mystery in 2011. Not allowed to put GPS devices on the rocks, the team brought in their own rocks and waited. After 2 years, they figured out that the rocks are not possessed. Instead, they found that a small amount of water freezes underneath and then melts in the sun. Add in a little wind and the rocks move a few inches at a time. The Mary Celeste. In December 1872, the merchant ship Mary Celeste was found floating off the Azores Islands with no crew. Boarding crews found no signs of foul play or damage, and personal belongings and the ship's cargo was still on board. The ship's lifeboat was missing, and the last log entry had been made 10 days before. What happened? For decades, no one knew, until experts looked at the cargo. The ship was carrying barrels of alcohol, and several of these had leaked. If the vapor had ignited, it would have created a dramatic yet largely harmless explosion, making the crew think that their ship was on fire and bound to sink. This explains the missing alcohol, the lack of burn marks, and the missing lifeboat. Maria Ridolf's murder. In December 1957, 7-year-old Maria Ridolf just vanished into thin air while she was walking to her Sycamore, Illinois home. The following spring, Ridolf's body was found and police searched for the killer. They came across Johnny McCullough, who seemed suspicious and fit initial descriptions of the suspected murderer. However, McCullough's parents provided an alibi for their son by saying he had been 40 miles away and a lie detector test was inconclusive. The case went cold until 1994, when Johnny's mother made a deathbed confession that she had lied about her son's whereabouts when asked by police. The case reopened in 2008, and in 2012 Johnny McCullough stood trial and was convicted of the murder that had happened 55 years before. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more Top Truths content. In the meantime, feel free to take a look at our other videos here.